The film opens in a packed auditorium, buzzing with the electric energy of a high school talent show. Backstage, amidst the chaos of glitter, hairspray, and last-minute rehearsals, a young boy named Leo stands alone. He's clutching a small, worn harmonica, his knuckles white. Leo is known around school for his silence, not a chosen, moody silence, but a profound quiet that has enveloped him since a childhood trauma left him unable to speak. The other kids, in their youthful thoughtlessness, have labeled him Mute Boy Leo. The whispers and snickers follow him down the hallways like a shadow. Tonight, he's the last act, an afterthought on a program filled with boisterous singers and flashy dance troupes. As the act before him wraps up, a group of popular kids, led by the school's star quarterback, corner him. "Hey, Mute Boy," the quarterback sneers. "You gonna whistle a tune?" "Oh, wait, you can't even talk. How are you gonna play an instrument?" His friends erupt in laughter, the sound echoing the casual cruelty Leo has grown accustomed to. He just lowers his gaze, his grip on the harmonica tightening. His only friend, a kind girl named Maya, rushes over. "Leave him alone, Trent," she says, her voice firm. "You'll see, he's got more talent in his little finger than all of you combined." Trent just scoffs and walks away, confident that Leo's performance will be the joke of the night. Maya gives Leo's shoulder a reassuring squeeze. "Don't listen to them, Leo. Go out there and show them who you are." Leo looks at her, a flicker of gratitude in his deep, expressive eyes, and gives a small, determined nod. The stage lights feel like 1,000 suns, hot and unforgiving. As the host announces his name, a smattering of polite, almost pitying applause ripples through the audience. And now, Leo with a harmonica piece. The host's voice is flat, already anticipating the next act. As Leo walks to the center of the stage, a few snickers can be heard from the student section. He looks out at the sea of faces, a blur of skepticism and indifference. The judges look bored, their pens hovering over their scorecards, ready to jot down a low number and move on. He can see his parents in the third row, their faces a mixture of hope and anxiety. They've been his rock, his unwavering support system. But even they can't shield him from this public test. He takes a deep, shaky breath, closes his eyes, and brings the small metal instrument to his lips. For a moment there is only silence, a heavy, expectant silence. Then, a single, pure note cuts through the air. It's not just a note. It has a sound filled with a longing so profound it seems to make the very air in the auditorium vibrate. It's a cry, a whisper, a story, all in one. The note hangs there, beautiful and haunting, before it's joined by another, and then another, weaving together a melody that is both heartbreaking and breathtakingly beautiful. The snickering stops instantly. The bored expressions on the judges' faces melt away, replaced by wide-eyed astonishment. The audience leans forward, collectively holding its breath. This isn't just a boy playing the harmonica. This is a soul speaking for the first time in years. The music flows from him, a torrent of suppressed emotion. Each note tells a part of his story. The soaring high notes speak of his dreams, of the words he wishes he could say. The low, mournful tones convey the deep well of sadness and isolation he has carried for so long. The music builds in complexity and passion, his fingers dancing over the harmonica with a skill that defies his age. He's not just playing a song, he's painting a picture with sound. The audience can see the sunlit fields of his happy childhood, feel the sudden, jarring darkness of the trauma that stole his voice, and sense the quiet strength that has kept him going. He is communicating more with this simple instrument than most people do with a lifetime of words. One of the judges, a stern, classically trained musician who had been tapping her pen impatiently just minutes before, now has tears streaming down her face. She has her hand over her mouth, completely captivated. The head judge, a former music producer known for his harsh critiques, has put his pen down entirely. He's leaning forward, his eyes locked on Leo, his expression one of utter disbelief and profound respect. In the audience, Trent, the quarterback who had mocked him, is staring at the stage, his mouth slightly agape. The arrogance has vanished, replaced by a dawning sense of shame and wonder. He sees not Mute Boy Leo, but a powerful artist, commanding the attention of 1,000 people without uttering a single word. Maya's beaming, tears of pride welling in her eyes, knowing her friend is finally being seen for who he truly is. As the melody reaches its climax, it's a powerful, soaring crescendo that feels like a declaration of victory. It's the sound of a spirit breaking free from its cage. Leo's whole body sways with the music, his eyes still tightly shut. He is lost in his own world, a world where he is not silent, but eloquent beyond measure. The music is his voice, and it is roaring. It speaks of pain, yes, but it also speaks of hope, resilience, and the incredible power of the human spirit to find a way to express itself, no matter the obstacle. It's a universal language that everyone in the room understands on a gut level. It's the sound of pure, unadulterated truth. Then, as suddenly as it began, the music softens. The final notes are gentle, like a quiet whisper after a storm. They fade out into the stillness of the auditorium, leaving an echo that seems to hang in the air, charged with emotion. For a long, stretched-out moment, there is absolute silence. It's not the awkward silence from before, but a stunned, reverent silence. It's the kind of silence that follows a shared, profound experience. Leo slowly lowers the harmonica from his lips and opens his eyes. He looks out at the audience, his chest heaving, his face glistening with sweat. He sees 1,000 people on their feet. The auditorium erupts, not in polite applause, but in a deafening, thunderous ovation. It's a wave of sound, of acceptance, of admiration washing over him. The applause is a roar, a standing ovation that goes on, a stark contrast to the quiet world he usually inhabits. The judges are all on their feet, clapping as hard as anyone. The head judge picks up his microphone, his voice thick with emotion. In 20 years of judging talent shows, he says, his voice cracking slightly, I have never witnessed anything like that. That wasn't a performance. That was a masterpiece. The female judge, wiping her eyes, adds, You spoke more in 3 minutes than most people say in a lifetime. You are a true artist. Leo stands on the stage overwhelmed as the applause continues to rain down on him. A single tear traces a path down his cheek. But this time, it's not a tear of sadness. It's a tear of release, of joy, of finally being heard. He catches Maya's eye in the crowd, and she gives him a triumphant thumbs up. His parents are hugging each other, crying openly with pride. In that moment, everything changed. It was no longer mute. Boy Leo. He was Leo, the musician who had silenced the mockers and moved 1,000 hearts without saying a word. His performance wasn't just the winning act of the night. It became a legend at the school, a story told and retold for years to come. It was a powerful reminder that a person's worth is not defined by their limitations, but by the strength of their spirit, and that sometimes the most powerful voices are the ones that don't speak at all. The film ends with a close-up on Leo's face, a small, confident smile finally appearing. He had found his voice, not in words, but in the beautiful, universal language of music. Thank you so much for watching. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible content. See you next time.